Okay, so today, class, we're going to work on creating a name tag. And so we're going to set up our work area first. The first thing I want to do is come down here to the lower right-hand corner and look at my snap grid setting. And it says 1/8 of an inch. So I actually want to be in millimeters today. So I'm going to click on settings. If yours says 1.0 millimeters, then you're okay. But if not, then you want to click on settings and change to millimeters. Most of you will probably already be in millimeters. So now notice my snap grid says 1.0 millimeters. So now I'm using the right unit of measure. I want to give my Tinkercad file a name that makes sense. So Tinkercad always gives you a nonsense name. Let's click on this nonsense name and type in tag space and then your name. Okay? So don't put name, put your name, like Jessica or Alan or whatever your name is. Now, the last thing I need to do to get set up is I come up here to the upper right-hand corner and I get this L-shaped tool that is our ruler tool. I click and I drag it to the lower left-hand corner of the work plane. Now we will start putting pieces together to make our name tag. So I'm going to start with this red cube shape called the box, and I drag it onto my work plane. Now notice, because I have my ruler tool, it's showing me that it's 20 millimeters from left to right. I want to change that to 40, so I click on it, I type in 40, and I hit enter. Okay, now the 20 from front to back, I'm going to keep that 20, but it's way too tall, so I'm going to click on my top to bottom measurement, 20, and I type in 5, and I hit enter. Now that completes my box shape. So now what I want to do is get my cylinder, and I drag it onto the work plane. Now 20 by 20, I want to keep that, but the height of 20, I want to make that the same as my rectangular prism. So I type in 5 for the height and I hit enter. Now I need to select my rectangular prism, but when I do, my cylinder is unselected. I want them both selected, but when I click on one, it deselects the other. So I need to hold down Shift and click on it so they are both selected like this. Okay, now I'm going to click on Align, and I'm going to click on Center front to back on the left side, and I'm going to click on the right corner for left to right. And now I will click on my work plane to deselect everything else. Okay, now let's see if we can select just the cylinder. And I'm going to now use my right arrow on my keyboard to move the cylinder over 10 millimeters. So I will click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now I'll click on my work plane, and now I'll click on just the cylinder, and I'm going to duplicate it. So I come up here to these 3 sheets of paper, upper left-hand corner, and I duplicate. And now I'm going to use my arrow to move this duplicate to the other side. So left arrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Now I'm going to click on my work plane. Now I'm going to click on my work plane and drag the selection rectangle over all 3 objects. And I will group those using my group icon. Now I have my basic tag shape. We're going to end this first video right here.